Wow, be back, live out your dreams, coming up with a whole different. It's all fine, it's all dandy. But they wanted to see what the kid was gonna do, but they didn't really know what he was gonna do, even though we already seen it at Jackson State. We already seen it. I remember saying when I seen him play, I was like, oh yeah, he got a chance to go first round from Jackson State, thinking what I was thinking at the time. I'm like, man, this kid got it. Everybody, you can just it's easy to see. You can't miss it. I mean, even when Michael Vick came to visit Coach Prime for the Miami game at Jackson State, he seen it. He even seen it then. But people were saying, oh, he ain't gonna be able to do this at the big leagues. He ain't gonna be able to do this over here. He's not wooty wooty. Oh, let's see what he do. And Shedeur went out for 38 for 47 for 4 touchdowns with 510 yards passing. That's the day the hate started. Because the people said that the pundits, the Danny Cannells and those people, they like, man, this guy is surgical. I didn't know he was this surgical. That's because they ain't watched the film. They ain't watched the game. They ain't watched the tape. You know, that's the Negro League down there. We're not gonna go watch that boy. We don't even care, honestly. We don't care what Prime got going on, honestly. But since he got Travis Hunter, they had to pay attention because Travis Hunter is the best player in the nation coming out of high school. And he went to Jackson State. Oh, let's get him a job up here immediately. Let's get him a job up here immediately for nobody else can do that route. Because if they taking our boys to the to Jackson State, to the HBCUs now, that's gonna change up the whole game. Which it did. You know, and then the media was already hyped. The media was already hyped what Coach Prime gonna do. They a 21-point underdog this game. It's the worst. This the worst roster in national in the college football. If you just remember the time, they were saying all this stuff about Coach Prime, just lying, just you know how they doing, just how they doing Shedeur now lying. They were doing it on Coach Prime then. But then once they seen the kid play, they had this the day the hate really started, bro. This when they had to take their step back and really look at it because he was clearly the best quarterback in college football and clearly the best quarterback in the game. So they couldn't help that. They couldn't help this. They couldn't stand there because it was too much. It's too much. Your dad already who he is. And then you come along and you the best quarterback in the nation. And you ain't no typical black quarterback. You ain't no running back quarterback. You a drop back quarterback in the pocket. And you throwing accurate passes. That's the part again, like y'all don't understand. People were saying stuff like, league him. People were saying stuff like, people didn't know what to think. First game, bro, they didn't know what to say. They didn't know what to say, bro.
This technology
They didn't know how to feel about it. Because they seen it. They seen it this first game. This the day the hate really started with Shedeur. Because other than that, he was just primetime kid. And he's an HBCU quarterback. So that really don't mean that can't translate up here. That's why Shedeur went off. After
the college football season, and all eyes today leading up to it. We're on Coach Prime in Colorado and their season opener taking on TCU.
And then that's another thing. Shedeur is so used to the light. Shedeur is the light. So when our lights come, it's just natural. It's anyway. He's been primetime son his whole career, his whole life anyway. So when all the cameras come, because it's big, like every game Shedeur ever had has just been, you know what I'm saying? Just like the Cleveland game was this year, the first game, the preseason game, the first game he had in Vegas, his first game at the Power 4 conference. Lights, camera, action, prime time. So that's another thing. That's why Shedeur so calm and ain't nothing too big for him because he grew up. This is how he literally grew up.
And I'll tell you what, this game did not disappoint. Now, worth pointing out, coming into this one, Prime and Colorado were 3 touchdown underdogs. Here, Chandler Morris picked off by Travis Hunter. Hunter had a heck of a ball game.
Oh, playing both sides of the ball right here. Huge story in the game were the turnovers created by Colorado's defense in the red zone.
Hunter, once the #1 recruit in the country, flipped from Florida State to go play at Jackson State with Prime, followed him to be the head coach of the Buffs. Here, Morris to Dylan Wright. TCU finally takes the lead.
Yeah, and this game was really fun, especially in the second half. Both offenses got going and put up a lot of
Yeah, it was back and forth. Here's Sanders to Dylan Edwards. Colorado retakes the lead.
Yeah, it seemed like back and forth. Whoever's going to have the ball last was going to win.
And here we go again. Morris, great read, 19-yard touchdown, TCU back on
You could
top.
tell it's the first week of the season. There's a lot of misdirection, a lot of players out of position on defense.
So what do we talk about? Back and forth, back and forth. Shedeur this time rolls to his left, goes back across his body to Jimmy Horn Jr.
I mean, he came in and didn't miss a beat. Playing now against FBS competition from FCS competition.
Playing now from FBS competition. See how they throw that in there?
Put on a show.
3-point lead. Trey Sanders gives TCU the lead one more time. But again, it was Shedeur to Dylan Edwards.
On 4th and 2, the calmness to stay in the pocket, let the rush come, hit the running back out the backfield for a big play.
He was so good on the afternoon. His stat line was absolutely insane. 38 of 47, 510 yards. That's a school record. This 4th down, Colorado seals it with the 4th down stop.
A lot of different questions about Dion coming into the game, and they answered him on the field.
Yeah, look, we know he's one of the most brilliant marketers in college football history, but he took a team on the road against the team that played the national championship a year ago, albeit different, and got the win.
Yeah, and if you were looking for the stars, Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter,
yep.
They showed up in this game. We didn't know exactly what Colorado would be. We've heard a lot of stories. A lot of guys left. You hear everything about this team, but you just didn't know what to expect. This was a team that won 1 game last season. They come out, go on the road, and get a big win. Their stars showed up, and now you're looking at this Colorado team and thinking, I can't wait to watch them next week to see what else they have.
Against Nebraska.
Yeah, and that's great coaching, though, right? I mean, the coach's responsibility is to put your star players in position to make plays and highlight them. And they certainly did that all day today.
What Dion does, perhaps as good as anyone in the country, he makes his guys believe.
Are we going with Prime, Dion?
We'll just keep we'll keep it out there because I'm sure he'll
it's just fluid. We're just going with
he'll
whatever.
market it however you want.
let us
Coach
know.
Dion Sanders,
He started at Prime, now he's at Dion.
They're undefeated, Colorado, in an upset today on the road against TCU. Let's talk about Tennessee now. Joe Milton, the new.
That's why Shedeur was so bad after his first press conference. You know what I'm saying? Then he backdoor like that. And then he backdoored the Nebraska game, 393 yards, win that game. And then he did what he did at Colorado State. They didn't have the comeback he had at Colorado State, not only the 98-yard drive, the drive before that. And then he had no Travis Hunter. He was hurt. So like I'm saying, you never seen nothing like this, man. They didn't know what to think. That's why he was so mad after the game.
I think taxes are something.
I ain't got nothing in my teeth. Making sure you what? I don't have anything in my teeth. How y'all doing? What you were saying?
How would you describe today?
Today was like practice. A lot of y'all ain't believe in us. Even everybody asking me questions right now, which is crazy because you just gotta understand my coach, Coach Prime, my dad. Everywhere he went, he was a winner. Every game, every opportunity, he took advantage of it. So a lot of y'all don't have, I'll say, the same knowledge and the same experience that he has. So how can y'all question what he's saying?
And then another part of it is you can't phase him with the interview. You can't trick him up with the interview question. He was built and made to be a CEO quarterback, a franchise quarterback. That's what he was literally groomed to be. And y'all didn't know what to. I'm telling you, y'all didn't know.
He been out there. He got to go, Jack. He played the Super Bowl. A lot of people have, you know. So I feel like now y'all understand that what he's saying is real. Y'all understand what he's saying. And yes, I came from FCS school, SWAC school, but to me, it's no difference. Them hits still feel the same at all.
What is it like to win a game and be able to say that?
I mean, I knew we was gonna do this. The scoreboard just telling y'all that, you know, that's what's going on. But y'all ain't believe, nobody believed that we was gonna do this. So we was fighting two battles, I'll say, for the team. I get off social media personally. I let my brother Dion Jr., the Well Off Media account, let him run it in my YouTube. I let him run that stuff. I'm locked in, I'm focused. I'm not listening to what everybody's saying.
Shedeur, your dad came in here and sat down and said he was so proud of you.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you, and to have this moment back here where you grew up and played ball, played youth sports with them?
It just feels like another day in the office. We did it last year. If you go back and look up the numbers from last year, they was pretty high for FAMU. So you should have known number. Game one is a lot for sure. You should have knew that. I got too much time to prepare, too much time to focus. Our OC Coach Sean Lewis had too much time.
When you think about growing up here and just having this moment with your dad, his first game as a Power 5 coach, to do it back here in Fort Worth, what does that mean?
I mean, I grew up in Dallas, not Fort Worth. It's a difference.
Yeah.
It's a difference between Dallas and Fort Worth, but it's
Big
cool.
difference.
It's cool. We live in the outskirts, so we're not really too much from the city. We don't really be here like that, but I'm just excited to, you know, share this moment with my dad, knowing that at the end of the day, I knew I had his back. Everything he's saying, I'm gonna back it up, and I'm gonna make sure I do that. So I feel like my journey, my career, everything so far, it was just the steps to.
Look at that man's face right there. Look at his face right there.
Shedeur, you backed it up with a new single game school record with your passing yards. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, I was just a SWAC player like 2 weeks ago. I was just a SWAC player 2 weeks ago. So that's just for y'all to talk about. I'm just, you know, we're gonna enjoy this win as a team, but it's definitely we gotta go play the corn next week.
How would you describe Travis' scenario?
He's been the same player since last year. This is the thing. It's just crazy because like everything that we've done in the past is just
been doing
the
it.
same thing. It's just magnified. We just at a bigger level. So if you go back and look at the old games, look at everything like that, and look at what we did, and you'll be able to understand what's gonna happen. He played offensive defense last year, so it's the same.
Doing the same thing on a bigger level.
Mm-hmm.
What does the bigger level feel like? You just walking around thinking, what does the bigger level, bigger stage feel like?
Oh, it doesn't feel like nothing to me because it's the same recipe, same preparation, same thing we're doing over and over. It's just magnified now. Y'all able to see us more cameras and stuff, but we had the same things at our old school. The way we travel, the way we eat, everything. It's the same thing. The only difference now is that it's media and everybody's grabbing the headlines and stuff like that.
Did anything feel
This
different?
is your first
Did anything feel different today?
Nah. Nothing really. I'll say the only difference between FCS and this level is the D-line get off blocks and you try to scramble up faster. That's it. Everything else, you got good players, you got good DBs, good receivers, everything like that. You just have more of those on the field at once. You got to think. Everybody on the field ain't going first round. A lot of people on the field may not be drafted. So don't let people fear names. I don't fear names because I really don't care. But that's the biggest thing. When you fear names and you that's half the battle. You already lose a game. We playing TCU. I respect the university. I respect everything about them. But personally, I just never cared about names.
How satisfied were you with the tempo that you guys displayed in game one?
It was cool, but it wasn't up to speed. It wasn't.
Basically, what I'm saying, it's the day that the hate started, bro. I wish we could. This was natural too. Like that's why Coach Brown be so confident. That's why. That's why he said what he said doing his thing. Y'all were talking about his son, like, I just gonna give him the starting position. He ain't like that. How you gonna? Basically, what he's saying, it's gonna be hard to be better than Shedeur.
Wonderful game, wonderful.
That's basically what he's saying. It's gonna be hard to be better than Shedeur.
Beginning, intriguing, passionate, purposeful. It was all of that. We had some guys that singled themselves out with their playing and their playing ability. A lot of guys you doubted. One of them from HBCU. I think he had 510 yards passing in a Power 5 football game. And he happened to be my son. And I'm proud of him tremendously. Defensively, we had some letdowns, but the guys came and made the plays when they needed. I think we broke a record. Everything we do seems like a record. 4 receivers with 100 yards. We didn't run the ball greatly, but we threw the heck out of the football. Savion, another back, played a great game. All the guys contributed, Dylan as well as Hankerson. The line did their thing, fought their butts off. We got to fix some things on defense, especially special teams, because I think we gave up 3 or 4 turnovers. We gave up the kickoff. We had a fumble. A couple other things happened in the first half. But hats off to the opposing team. They're coached greatly. I believe their head coach, I love him to life, what he did, turning the program around at SMU as well as here last year. Good man. I had a moment with him in the middle of the field when one of the guys were injured, just to let him know how much I appreciate him, how much I respect him for what he's accomplished. And I really look up to him. He's a good man, and his team was well coached today. Let's have some questions so I can go back and enjoy myself with my kids.
Brian, go ahead. There's no mic.
Well, it was, I'm not going to say it was fun. It was satisfying in the end. You got to understand, time the second ticks off the clock. I'm ready for the next. Like I'm thinking, okay, we got to fix this, fix that, fix that.
Yeah, but this the day because they already hated on his pop, but they didn't know how good he was. You know what I'm saying? And look, everybody had to go talk about it, bro. Like, it's crazy. And this the day the hate really started, bro. This the day the hate really started. Let me see if I can find one more. They didn't know what to say, bro. They didn't know what to say, bro. Yeah, we're just gonna leave it at that. I just really want to talk about this. The day the hate started with Shedeur. They didn't know what to expect. They didn't know where he was coming from. And he just proved to like everybody who he was and what it was. And like he said in his press conference, it wasn't nothing new. They've been doing it. Just watch the tape. Don't stop judging and stop lying on the kid like y'all doing now. They lying on the kid now for no reason, bro.
While our nation's
they bringing out fake stats now for no reason, bro. Like, he got the worst QBR in the last this. He's the worst in the last this, which are all lies. They're making up EPAs. They're making up QBRs. And these stats don't mean nothing no more because the way y'all applying them, that we see, these stats don't mean nothing, bro. So y'all can have all the stats y'all want to have. Then this is also the day Shedeur broke out the DT96. That's why I say these are his shoes.
Prime!
Because he brought them back. He's the first person ever to have them shoes on since his pops. He brought them back. He the one made it. He was the only one wearing this shoe that whole season. Him and Shiloh.
Time!
And then I seen Derek Stingley at the end of that season have some on. And then they came out the next year. But that's why I say it's Shedeur. That's really Shedeur.
Dion!
What is Dion doing?
Wins his first one on the road. Serve. He said the one thing I guarantee. And our Jenny Taft is down with Coach Prime.
Coach Prime, it doesn't get much better than this. You said all along, we come in, this team is here, and wow, did you impress. How proud are you?
Thank you, Jesus. I'm so thankful right now. My son, man.
My pop right here,
my son, my other son.
Yeah.
Man, I'm loving these kids. Rick George for giving me this opportunity, man. This is a blessing. Everybody, Buff Nation who supported us, and all the hood that had my back. I thank y'all. God, this is good. Woo!
What can you tell me about your defense and the way they came up huge with that stop to get this win?
They surrendered some big plays throughout the game, and all we kept teaching was just we need one stop. But what about the offense? How did they respond? How did these guys respond? I don't know how many snaps he played, but we're going to put a hot tub on the plane for him to make sure he's straight.
Hey, we're excited because we are heading to visit your home next week, Folsom Field. What is your message to the fans of what we can expect from Colorado?
We told you we're coming. We told you we're coming. You thought we was joking. And guess what? We keep receipts. God bless you, America. Ooh, God is good.
Congratulations. I want to hear from you guys. Tell me about your dad, about playing for him, and what you guys just accomplished today, Shiloh.
Just like he said, we just believe everything he taught us. We went out there and executed everything he telling us every day in practice. He put us in those situations in practice, and we've been able to practice and critique that. And so now we just show the fans what we got.
Shedeur, you set records today, over 500 yards. I mean, you made it look easy, and you told me you were ready to capitalize on this moment. How would you describe it?
Man, it's a real feeling because we knew it the whole time. I'm practicing against the best corner in the world. You know, so my margin of error versus him is very small. I can't miss too far inside, too far outside because he's going to make a play. But it's just like nobody believed in us, man, and it just showed me a lot about how people is. And they let names and they let Power 5 and stuff get to their head. I think this is the highest passing yards I had in my life.
You see, Warren Sapp was just there. He's been a part of the team.
I was just at HBCU, you know what I mean? So
they ain't believe us, but
they ain't believe us, you know what I mean? But God did, you know what I'm saying?
Travis, you said you were going to follow Coach Prime wherever he was going to go, and he could not say enough about you and your.
Well, yeah, that's what I wanted to say. It was just too much for them to handle. This the day the hate started, and Shedeur just kept getting better and better and better, and they had to find a way to hate on this kid. Now I always said, if this kid was a Caucasian quarterback, he'd be generational talent. And to be honest, pure quarterback, you got to go all the way back to Andrew Luck, and you got to go all the way back to Peyton Manning. That's who Shedeur is. That's who he is coming out of college to me. And you see how high regard them guys was. That's what the Shedeur is as well. So don't tell me what y'all, he a 5th round pick, he this, he the worst QBR. Okay, cool, whatever. Say what y'all want to say, but we all know what it is, bro. And we just gonna leave it at that, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe.